Hey, this is JRandy. You're watching Wheeler's Weekend Jams live and direct. Peace and love.
Wheeler's Weekend Jams live and direct.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Wheeler's Weekend Jams live and direct on Skype this time. And sitting on Skype with me is Mr. JRandy. How you doing, sir?
What's up, brother? I'm doing good. How's it going?
Fantastic, man. I just can't stop looking at your background. It's beautiful. That piano, man. What kind of piano is that?
This one right here is a Kawhi.
Okay, right on.
So,
My promotional manager works at a piano shop, so figured I'd ask you. So you came out with your first album, the Ghost album. How is the feedback from your fans and everybody? How's the reaction from everybody?
the reaction's been great, man. The record doesn't really fall into a genre, so it's something new and it's something fresh. And we're just enjoying it, me and Aaron. We're having a great time sharing it with people. And, it's available at olderrecords.com.
Which is your late new label.
It's not my label. It's Aaron Older's label.
Oh, okay. But you work with him there and stuff, right?
Yes. I was lucky enough to work with him on this record. Me and him made the Ghost album.
Cool. And now, since this is your first album, I was wondering, since you are kind of an all-around musician, you've worked with many musicians, how much freedom did you have on this album compared to when you're working with other musicians?
Well, out of 17 years of, making music, this was finally the first statement I wanted to make as an artist, not just a songwriter. So this was absolute freedom. It all started when Peter Raspler dropped me off at Aaron's place, and we literally looked at each other and said, let's just turn everything on. And 3 songs in, we really didn't have any plans to make a record. It just kind of happened, and something hit me, and I was like, wait a second, this is my record. This is what I want to be defined as, as my first step. And it's just been really cool, man.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, congratulations on your first release. So what's this I hear now? You're making a movie? Tell us all about that.
It's funny. It's kind of like the record. It just kind of happened.
Okay.
I was at a gig, my friend's show, KB Jones and the Contraband, and I ran into this person who happened to know my music. She goes by the name Gustava Vox, and she had actually emailed Peter previously trying to connect with me before I even met her at the show. So I just felt like it was kind of a weird thing, and one video turned into another and the next, and now we're shooting a feature length for the Ghost album, and it's just been great, man. It's really cool. It's a whole new experience for me to kind of dive into film, which I'm, kind of really interested in right now, music and film. So I'm just enjoying the whole creative process.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, especially nowadays, everything is on YouTube, and when it comes to music and a movie together, it kind of makes sense nowadays. That really gets more people's reactions in a different way, too, because like you said, it's not just the music, it's making a movie, too. And, well, that's awesome, man. Congrats on that. Now, off the subject here, but since I'm so excited, and I know you're excited, too, but we are having the first Wheeler's Jam Nation concert. And I want to thank you, bro. I'm sorry, but for everybody watching this, Wheeler's Weekend Jams, we had an idea actually a while back about maybe throwing a show at some point, but we didn't really know how to start it. And since all we do is just interviewing bands, this is just a whole other step with Wheeler's Weekend Jams. And then I talked to you on the phone a couple months back, and you're like, hey, man, we should have our own Wheeler's Weekend Jams concert, man. I'll headline it. And I was like, hell yeah. And you motivated me to do it, man. And we did it, and it's set up, and it happened so fast and smoothly. I'm just so excited for this, man. Your thoughts on this first Wheeler's Jams Nation concert?
I think it's great, man. Like, I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy for your whole team, you, Gunther, or, like everybody, it's really cool to like start something fresh and new. We go to all these events, Shout to, of course, 311 and the whole, nation. We've been going to these parties and hanging out for so long, why don't we do something for ourselves? There's a lot of bands that can't always get on these cruises and, get to play these, 311 days and stuff like that. So that kind of spawned all these events.
Yeah.
Where we wanted to do something to get people a little bit more excited. I know my buddies Bruce 3 and Revenge will be there, and Bruce and TJ, and, just trying to get everyone involved and start something fresh and new. I'm all about that. So.
Yes, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, the lineup is unbelievable. I mean, we got Static Heads coming from Nashville, Tennessee. Cool. My buddy Kevin, who's in the Familia, he's in the band. And, I mean, that was the thing, too, is once I posted a little thing on the internet about, hey, what if Wheeler's Weekend Jams had its own concert? I got raided with messages, and people were like, what, when, where? And then all of a sudden all these bands start hitting me up that were interested. And it was easier than I thought it would be to even get bands on the bill. And I'm really stoked, man. Got Static Heads, Black Rhino, which are ex-members of Relative Ash, and Bruce 3, Coyote Man, which is my band that I'm in. Bubbles Erotica, which I used to play them all the time on Windy City Underground when I was the radio DJ there for my school. I've been friends with those guys for a while. The Concrete Roots, another great band. Saw them open up for Pacifier about a month ago. And big shout out to Tony, the drummer. Great guy. And you, of course, Mr. JRandy. So August 13th, let everybody know. Shout out. Promote, right?
Always. It's important for everyone to be active. There's such a small window, out there, and there's so many talented people who need to be seen and heard. So I'm all about, everyone kind of coming together and these movements, just like Wheeler's Weekend Jams. I can't watch the same podcast for 20 years. I want to see something fresh and new like what you guys are doing over there. And it's enjoyable to create an awareness amongst bands and artists and people, even just friends and people that are looking to see people they haven't seen in a long time. I, too, am getting hit up, by all these people that are like, dude, you're coming back to Chicago to do this show. It's great, and I think I'm excited to see these other bands,
Yeah.
I know that the music is going to be, hip hop and metal and reggae and funk and, but when you're dealing with this, this clique that we are building, it's all the same. It's just good people and talented people. It doesn't necessarily have to be thrown into some specific genre matching thing. I think that gets a little stale and it just, puts a bad taste in my mouth personally, and that's kind of what the Ghost album's all about, not really sticking to any style or sound or genre,
Let the bass bump.
Dude, all day.
Hell yeah, dude, I was bumping that shit in my car.
We're having so much fun with this record and this album and, playing all over in New York right now. I'm working on a bunch of projects, not only for other artists, but for myself and kind of, next level thinking of where I could take this music, such as, the film that we're working on and stuff like that, where just opening up, new doors and creating a lot of awareness for local artists and building a community.
Yeah, man. It's that's like you said, it's what Wheeler's Weekend Jams is all about, man. It's the MTV that everybody wants to see because there is no MTV anymore. Like you said, a lot of these bands do not get enough recognition and fame that they deserve, and that's like you and me. That's what we're all about, man. And it's just great to unify everybody for this concert, and I'm going to be promoting the hell out of it in a couple weeks down in New Orleans at 311 Days, so we'll be covered there, my friend.
That's going to be a great weekend. I know my buddies Red, Gold, Green and the Unity All-Stars are going to be playing that. I'm really excited, for them to get out there and rock that shit. It's going to be great.
Hell yeah, man. Hopefully won't get too intoxicated, but we'll see what happens. Can't promise anything.
I know for a fact that everyone's going to be fucked up, but you know what? Out of every 311 situation I've ever been in, everybody gets along. Everything's cool. I mean, when was the last time you didn't show up and know 500 people? Everyone's really close and connected. So now it's kind of all about taking it outside of the box and creating events like this. And that's kind of why we're doing this.
Yep, hell yeah, buddy. 311 Cruise, man. And keep on playing that guitar, buddy. I gotta say, you should do more guitar solos. Just gonna put that out there. Guitar solos, my friend.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be, cheesing out on the record. But at the live show, we take the record and we totally turn it out. And there's plenty of guitar playing going on. I'm shredding on the Les Paul and the Tally and having fun with it, playing all these little boutique New York shows. We're throwing our own shows over here in New York with our friends and kind of like Jam Nation. And we're curating all these events where, we're bringing new talent in. It's not, it's just really cool, man. There's so many talented people out there. I think one of my new passions is kind of just realizing how many people that I've worked with and how many things and, all the years of ghostwriting and just doing things and meeting all these amazing people along the journey and seeing all these talented people that need to get out there and need to be seen and need to be heard.
Exactly.
So maybe don't necessarily have the push, so
exactly.
We're just going to push them a little bit.
Hell yeah. Nothing wrong with that, man. And for everybody watching, again, Wheeler's Jam Nation, if you could see that. I've been cutting up these bad boys all day, man. We got like over 600 copies, and August 13th, JRandy's gonna be headlining it, Geneva, Illinois, at Even Flow Music.
I think we're all gonna be headlining it.
I think we are, yeah.
I'm not even that. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Well, hey, JRandy, if there's anything you want to say out there to the fans and where to find you, let it rip, man.
All right, you can check out the Ghost album at olderrecords.com. Keep in touch and stay tuned for the feature length that's coming soon. You could also go to jrandymusic.com and see other projects that I've done with a whole load of producers and songwriters. And that's it, man. Shout to Wheeler's Weekend Jams. Love you guys. It's been great connecting. And, of course, thanks for the awesome review on the record. And
yeah, man.
I'm really excited to get out there and kind of kick it with you guys and see some old friends.
Hell yeah, man. Chi-Town love, man. Waiting for you out here, man. So, cool, man. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in for Wheeler's Weekend Jams live and direct. Until next time, we are out.
Yeah.